So you finished with
This one actually, the only thing I had to put, this is symbolic of where the church is.
Okay. Okay, so what I had asked Brother Duarte to do is, from here on out, at the end of a picture, after he finishes and the Lord has given him what to paint, he's going to give us like a 5-10 minute kind of explanation as to what spiritually is going on with the picture, so that as we see them hanging, you know, people ask us, well, what's that about? We have some insight as to what the Lord was giving him at the time.
Okay. Listen. So the picture started off with the sacrifice, and this morning, as we were worshiping, last week or the week before, these little like round circles were coming on, and I didn't know exactly what it meant. I can't hold it in and explain, so all right, brothers here, you can get into that. So the idea was this when I came, it was like coming back to God and putting my life back on the altar, or like, you know, we're living sacrifices. So the pastor talked to me this week about saying the finished words behind him. This piece right here, realistically, is just simply out of that place where we went back to the altar. And as we went back to the altar, I kind of examined the cross, you know, where I stood with the cross, and I realized that, you know, there's some cold places or some other places in my life. And so when I came back this morning, you know, there's these things that are like struggles or wounds that we nurse, we rock, we hold on to. And so somehow, you know, like as I was listening to all this, the clarity came that the Church of God is really important. I tried to write this stuff out, but it's chicken fat scratch and I can't really see it. So I'm going to write it better. But the main point is, first of all, we live in a decaying world. So as the world decays, we get used to decay. So we don't know what it's like to live pure. And when we come in the house of God, we come from a decayed world with impurities, and we come in here with all our imperfections and wrong ideas, and we argue and we battle and we blame each other for all the hurt that we have. So yes, we can say the church wounded us, but the wounds happened way before the church. But we can actually try to pinpoint it on people or something. And so God just kind of showed me a lesson in this one today. And so I didn't know what these circles was for, and I had done a thing where, because sometimes he puts everything together, like everything that happens in your life is one line. You know, it's he's omnipresent, omniscient, and all powerful. But one of those words I think I learned as a kid is he can see everything at once. Yeah. We see the parade right here while it's in our face, but he sees the parade from the beginning and the end, and that's just how our life is. So the point is, whatever wound, whatever abandonment you had at the age of 2, whatever you've gone through that you can hold on to and have it as a trophy. We like hold on to sin as a trophy. We think we have a right to be out hurt. So we come in here with our hurts and we just bask in them, and then we blame everybody else. So my point is, to get to this, we're already decayed. So we come in here, we get this new life. So now at the cross is where I have to go back and look at where I held on to my wounds. I really didn't give them all to Jesus. Because I want a nurse and I want the pastor to know that I'm wounded. You know, I'm just trying to tell you, I'm speaking like all of us. And so somewhere in the line, some of our wounds get lifted. But this is what God said today. I'll write this out so it makes sense later. But the point is, while worship and prayer was going, he said, when they come into my house, I bind up all the wounds. Yeah. See, look, this guy, I was wondering, what are all those holes for? You know, he told me myself, and they said, I bind up all the wounds. So it's not like I know what I'm doing, or I can't ever pretend. And so the point is, and the reason why, it could be bullet holes. It could be molestation. It could be curse words.
That's right.
It could be anything you hold on to.
Come on, brother.
It could be the things at school. It could be your youth.
Come on, brother.
Whatever it is. He said, I bind up all the wounds. That's why my church is here. Don't be fooled. Even a psychiatrist had to go to get his wound healed. The one we seen the other day, that lady you talking about. She's a psychiatrist, but
that's right.
She had wounds too. She was going to kill herself.
That's right.
Literally.
Come on.
All those wounds.
But what happened?
With her.
What happened?
She came to God to get him healed. And she's saying, even with the religious stuff, even with the lies, God's church is still his baby, and his precious baby. So somewhere in the line, just be careful how you talk about the church.
That's right.
Just be honorable. I'm telling you right now, no matter what you do, no matter how big they pump you up, God, I don't know no other way to say it, but God's really got this thing. And the bottom line is, the church, when we come into that, that's why that cross is there. And so, Pastor, really all I'm going to do is put the words on there and sign it next week. But I'm just trying to tell you, and this will be written out better. And it makes sense, but the decay and the wounds, and that's really it. So thank you for the spot, because it's really important. It means everything. So I'm experiencing myself.